It does not work, has never worked. It works for very small amounts of people. Very tiny groups of people hoard large amounts of wealth while you and I are screwed. That's not working in my eyes. That's not a good system. And then every time someone brings up a different system, they get murdered. Epstein is an example of how capitalism doesn't work. You have billionaires using their money to harm children and then cover it up through a system of blackmail where money is being wired to each other in this crazy, creepy shell game, and human beings are being trafficked and sold, children, to one another in this weird, gross conspiracy. And they're conspiring to keep it away from you because they know that if you actually got us all together, we would kill all of them. We would chop their heads off. They don't want to see guillotines in the street, but that may be the cure to people like Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was a billionaire, though having never really had a successful business, he was a billionaire. And all of his friends were billionaires. Jeffrey Epstein is a pure example of why capitalism doesn't work. It only works for this weird, perverted addict class, the ones that are only in it for profit and power. And when they are exercising that power, they're happy. And when they're not, they're sad. But those are the enemies, and they're in the minority. They're the minority. The one good thing that MAGA actually believes is that if we got rid of those people at the very top and exposed them and showed everybody what the reality is of the ruling class, that we could live in a golden age. Like, that part of the MAGA dream is exactly why they're unable to give up this Epstein thing. Because even though if you asked all of them, oh, we're capitalists, they're not. They like the sound of capitalism. They're low information voters. They don't know what capitalism means. They don't realize that capitalism is exactly why we have people like Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Capitalism. You're welcome. Capitalism. You know you'll love it.
4,725 wire transfers. Let me repeat that. 4,725 wire transfers, adding up to nearly $1.1 billion flowing in and out of just one of Mr. Epstein's bank accounts. If you ask me, that is more than 4,000 potential lines of investigation right there.
But the DOJ doesn't investigate stuff like that anymore. They don't believe in it anymore.